Refugee rapes 12-year-old girl, didn't know it was illegal. That's in Sweden, too. And then the courts say, well, we're not going to give you any jail time. It's part of your religion. This from Dan Lyman and InfoWars Europe. The son of Pakistani immigrants has been named the United Kingdom's new Home Secretary after his predecessor resigned amidst allegations he was seeking to increase deportations of illegal immigrants. That's right. Sajjad Javad is being hailed as the country's first ethnic minority to hold the position, which entails oversight of immigration and citizenship affairs, national security, and policing. We're now into the second hour. We have got so much to get to this hour. I intend to open the phones up as well. We have the Pope coming out and saying it's time to disarm everyone. But he doesn't mean disarm the UN or NATO or the Vatican police or the Swiss Guard. He just means you. When he says you can't have a wall around your house or you can't have a wall around your country's border, that's only for you. Because the Pope's a globalist. That story's up on Infowars.com. And it ties in with UK's new immigration chief, a Pakistani Muslim. This from Dan Lyman and Infowars Europe. The son of Pakistani immigrants has been named the United Kingdom's new Home Secretary after his predecessor resigned amidst allegations he was seeking to increase deportations of illegal immigrants. That's right. Sajjad Javad is being hailed as the country's first ethnic minority to hold the position, which entails oversight of immigration and citizenship affairs, national security, and policing. And it follows the same pattern in Western Europe and other areas, just like the Islamic mayors they're putting in. All the news last week where the Muslim grooming gangs work with the child protective services in the major towns to actually kidnap children for the pedophile elite. Quote, we're going to have a strategy in place that does something that previous Home Secretary set out last week when she made a statement to Parliament to ensure that we have an immigration policy that's fair, treats people with respect and with decency, which means don't let conservatives, libertarians even travel to the country, don't let nationalists leave the country, and let in as many unvetted Muslims as possible. That was one of his most urgent tasks, to make sure that we look carefully at the policy and make sure it achieves just that, fairness. Isn't that just sweet and nice? Following the 2017 Islamic terrorist massacre of Westminster Bridge in London, Javed told attendees of Muslim News Awards for Excellence that Muslims cannot also be murderers. I'm no religious scholar. Many years have passed since I attended the Quran as a child, but even I know that there's no justification for what happened in Paris or the kind of indiscriminate slaughter that came to Westminster last week. What a nice guy. Of course, under the Quran, they can tell you they're your friend and then kill you. All I know is the globalists plan to Islamify the entire world. Now, there's a bunch of news I haven't gotten to yet, but one thing that's so big I need to cover it again. I pointed out yesterday that if they're going to give a peace prize to Obama for launching a bunch of wars, then Trump for getting peace on the Korean Peninsula very, very close and getting them to get ready to sign a deal to end the war, that enough right there deserves a peace prize. But again, the Nobel Prize is a joke. We'll be looking at that. And there's a very interesting article here that is so revealing that I don't normally read a whole article on air, but I ought to read it just to give you the bizarre logic and really the Alice in Wonderland Tea Party nature of this particular story out of Splinter News by Cleo Chang. Treat Kanye West like a conspiracy theorist. And they go on to say he's dangerous like Alex Jones, and that what he's saying is bad and spreading, and so he should just be ignored or basically banned. What Kanye's saying is we have thought police in this country trying to bully people, and that he supports open free thought and open discussion. It's not about Kanye West whether you love him or hate him. It's about the fact that he's absolutely right about free expression being under attack. But they say that's a conspiracy theory, but then call for him to be shut up. Don't listen to Kanye. He's crazy. Nobody's trying to restrict your speech. That's why we need to shut him up. And, of course, I'm all over the article. This is amazing. Attacks on free speech are happening all over the world. In Europe, they've basically banned criticizing Islam. They arrest people. Police chiefs get fired. They talk about 90+% of the rapes in Stockholm being Islamic. There's the most dramatic set of footage that is still online last time I checked. We saved it, of women going to these diversity rallies in Germany and Sweden and other areas. And like 50 guys will grab a really supermodel-looking woman and grab her and hold her legs. 2 guys hold each leg, 2 guys hold each arm. They're crying, and they gang rape them for hours, and the cops are 30 yards away just looking. And the women are then interviewed later, and they go, well, they hurt me. I'm bleeding. I'm really hurt, but I'm still not racist. I want more to come. Please don't leave. Just last week, a woman got gang raped anally. And she was in the news saying, well, I went to the refugee center to show them I'm not racist, and I just still don't want them deported. I understand they're victims. It's why they raped me in the... I mean, I'm sorry to talk like that, but that's what they did. Yeah, this is one this week. Refugee rapes 12-year-old girl, didn't know it was illegal. That's in Sweden, too. And then the courts say, well, we're not going to give you any jail time. It's part of your religion. And I'm only pointing out that we've turned our life force off. We've turned our self-preservation off. And then you see the footage that I've tweeted out at Real Alex Jones. I'm going to have it reposted at Infowars.com. Just as soon as we take those last, I guess, 2 segments and put them out so people can see. 2 black men robbing and beating women and children. And you say, well, that's not racist. You don't know they meant it because they're white. You're right, I don't. But if it was 2 white men beating black children and black women, you'd have riots in the streets nationwide. Well, why don't you have that? Because it's so rare. And the crime statistics are there and are a fact. Migrant who participated in 20-man gang rape of a woman tells police it was fun. Yeah, pull that one up. By the way, I watched this beautiful woman being gang raped about a year and a half ago. We played some of the footage, but blurred it and zoomed in on her face. And it is so haunting, the blood coming out of her mouth. And she's being thrust over and over again. They're hammering her. And she just is like panicked. You still kind of wake up and struggle and then pass back out. And she just I can't believe it's happening. And it's like, and it makes me think of my wife or my daughters or my mother or any other women. And it's just so fundamental that we don't act like that in the West. This is the West with chivalry. We're being turned into animals here. But the media and Hollywood and George Soros and the universities, they tell us we're the place that treats women bad. Yeah, that's another one I hadn't seen. There's so many of these. I can't look at it. Take it down. You know what? Show some of it. Just don't show the raping. Because they'll try to censor us and say we're showing inappropriate stuff. And by the way, these are popular on leftist sites. That's not the one there's hundreds of these. There's one where the woman's held up by the arms, and there's a line of guys 20 deep. And they are just, I mean, you talk about brutal, savage raping. And the police do nothing. You see that Islamic spray paint right there? Now, that woman fought, so she didn't get raped. Yeah, that's the only reason that's still online. That woman fought him. She didn't make it easy. Let me tell you something. I see 20 guys raping a woman. I'm not going to say what I'm going to do, but I just can't handle it. And then I'm told I'm the bad guy by the stinking, disgusting, evil Hollywood crime syndicate. We're going to break. I'm going to give the number out when we come back. I'm going to get in a bunch of video clips of the president and Kanye and everything else. But they're trying to bully and kick us off the air right now, as you know. Soros, the Clintons are all suing us. And it's just, does America know your rights are all under attack? They're coming for you and your family. They mean business. They mean to blow these borders up and bring an unlimited Islamicist. Most of Austin already looks like Mogadishu or something. It's sick. What are you going to do? Spread the live links, spread the articles, the videos. Please support the local affiliates, TV and radio, and go buy some products at InfoWarsStore.com. If just a few percentage of you more go buy great products that everybody needs at InfoWarsStore.com with our state-of-the-art shopping cart system set at Bezos, we'll be able to take that money and fight the globalist. Bunch of specials end, like Super Male Vitality, X2, and Brain Force. 50% off on the Super Male and others. Free shipping on some of those items.
You know, someone very profoundly once said many years ago that if fascism ever comes to America, it'll come in the name of liberalism.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance.
On her way to work one morning, down the path along the lake, a tender-hearted woman saw a poor, half-frozen snake. His pretty colored skin had been all frosted with the dew. "Oh, well," she cried, "I'll take you in, and I'll take care of you. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman," sighed the vicious snake. This could be the great Trojan horse of all time. Because you look at the migration, study it, look at it. Now they'll start infiltrating with women and children. Take me in, O tender woman. Take me in, for heaven's sake. Take me in, O tender woman, sighed the vicious snake. Now she clutched him to her bosom. "You're so beautiful," she cried. "But if I hadn't brought you in, by now you might have died." She stroked his pretty skin, and then she kissed and held him tight. But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite. "I saved you," cried the woman, "and you've bit me, heavens wide. You know your bite is poisonous, and now I'm going to die." "Oh, shut up, silly woman," said the reptile with a grin. "You knew damn well I was a snake before you took me in."
Climb to the top of the food chain with Alpha Power by InfoWars Life. For those who want to increase testosterone and energy levels. Most men know that testosterone levels begin to decline starting around 30 at a rate of about 1 to 2% per year. This drop can show signs such as fatigue, low energy, low sex drive, and muscle loss. Alpha Power is packed with some of the most potent and clinically tested ingredients on the market. The secret is in the synergistic blend of ancient ingredients that have been concentrated into their most potent forms, including Eurycoma longifolia, originally from Malaysia, maca root from Peru, horny goatweed from China, and tribulus from India. Reach your alpha male potential with Alpha Power. Head to InfoWarsLife.com and secure your bottle today.